Okay, the Gemara tells us as follows: that there is a strange proportionate number of the Ori Mikla, the cities of refuge, in Ever HaYarden, in Trans-Jordan. There were three. The Gemara says, I'll read the Gemara. Be'ever HaYarden Tlas, there were three cities of refuge in Trans-Jordan, and Be'eretz Yisrael Tlas. In Eretz Yisrael, there were three. So the Gemara finds that very weird. Shmuel, you know how many tribes were in Ever HaYarden? Ruvain and Gad, and half of Menashe. That's 2.5 tribes. Okay, Max already heard this Gemara, but he'll hear it again. It'll be a Chazara. The Gemara says if you learn but you don't Chazar, it's like you...
Chazar is more important than learning it the first time.
Okay. there.
I disagree.
You reap the land, but you didn't harvest it. You harvested it, but you didn't reap it. So the Gemara says that so you have three in Eretz Yisrael and three in Ever HaYarden. Doesn't make any sense. Proportionally, why would there so many in Ever HaYarden?
Well, the question
The Gemara
was,
says
the
what?
question was there's 2.5, not 3.
2.5 tribes.
Yeah, so you're saying why is it called 3?
So there were 3 Ori Miklot for only 2.5 tribes, and there were 3 Ori Miklot for the rest of the tribes. In higher math, that would be 9. Okay, so 9.5. So that's the question. 9.5 tribes have 3, and 2.5 have 3. So what's the Gemara answer, Max? Remember, in Gilad, which is part of Trans-Jordan, there were a lot of murderers. But Gilad, Shchichi, Reitzchem, in Gilad there were a lot of murderers. Hence, the large proportionate amount of Ori Mikla in Ever HaYarden. The Gemara makes no sense. Sorry to say it. The Gemara, at first glance, makes no sense. Max, remember the Gekasha?
Said that because there's more murderers or whatever violence in not Eretz Yisrael.
Right, in Ever HaYarden.
So that's why it's a higher. That's why it's like almost like a 1-to-1 ratio.
Problem is that the Ori Mikla are not for murderers. It's for people who kill by accident, not for murderers.
Well, that's not the way the family members view it.
You hear the kasha? Kishmaka kasha. Begilad shchichi reitzchem. What do you mean reitzchem? We're not talking about reitzchem. We're talking about people who kill by accident. The Ori Mikla don't look for reitzchem. What is the Gemara talking about? Doesn't seem to make any sense. Does the Talmud not know that the Ori Mikla only work for Shogeg? It doesn't work for reitzchem? Probably not. Probably the Amoraim knew what we know, right? Very strange. Okay. So before I tell you the shot from who, Max? Rabbi Zweig, Rosh Yeshiva. I'll tell you what the Rishonim say. Then we get to his shot. But I looked in the art scroll. The art scroll quotes the Gur Aryeh, the Maral, saying Rabbi Zweig's shot. It's fascinating. So maybe he saw it and he didn't realize that he saw it somewhere, or he didn't see the Maral. Well, it's funny because he quotes the Maral all the time. He probably didn't see this. Okay, so the Rishonim say a simple shot. This is what happens. How come I can't find the Tosfos? It's over here. Now, Tosfos have the same kasha we have. What are the Ori Mikla for? They're for reitzchem. Yeah. What happened when somebody killed by accident and there were no Eidim? He wasn't able to become a person who had the din that he goes to Ori Mikla because there are no Eidim. So what happens to him? So the Gemara says that Hashem orchestrates it, that he goes to Gilad. And who does he kill by accident? With Eidim? He kills somebody who killed the Mazid, and there were no Eidim. Reuven killed Shimon. He doesn't like Shimon. Shimon stole his job. So Reuven kills Shimon without any Eidim. So Beistin can't do anything to Reuven because there are no Eidim. But he really should die. So Hashem orchestrates it that Levi comes, not your brother, Levi comes and kills Reuven by accident, which Hashem orchestrated. So everybody's put an expression, we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I had to. It's a good pun, right? We killed 2 people with one. The Gemara says that they fall down a ladder.
Right, so the guy kills by accident, there's no Eidim, so therefore God somehow gets him to go to
the same hotel.
Whatever.
Some small bagel.
Right, whatever.
Yeah.
Kills him on purpose. Because he likes killing.
Twice. There's no witnesses.
No, the first time's an accident.
The first time,
First time's an accident.
right,
With
no
no
witnesses.
witnesses.
right.
Right?
They're two different murderers.
Yeah, I know. And then that guy goes to
Same hotel.
Gilead. He gets killed on purpose.
Correct. No, the one who killed on purpose without Adam gets killed by accident.
He killed on purpose.
Yes.
Right.
So one guy killed somebody else on purpose with no Adam.
Right, but if someone.
So how does he die? There was no Adam. He gets killed by the other guy
By accident.
who killed by accident somebody else and there was no Adam. So how can he go to Oy Miklat?
Right.
He goes to Oy Miklat by this accidental death. So you killed two birds with one
If you
stone.
kill on purpose and they were Aiden, why would he go to the Ari Mikla?
No. The second time it was an accident.
Right.
Okay, let's start again.
No, I'll review it. I think I know it.
There's three murderers.
First case.
First case.
Right, the guy kills somebody on purpose with no Aiden.
Correct. That's
Right.
one thing.
So then God makes it that he goes to Gilead.
He goes to Gilon.
And somebody kills him by accident.
Correct.
With Aiden.
Correct.
That happens every
So what do you
single
gain then? What do you gain? Two things will gain. The guy who's supposed to die, dies.
time. Right?
And the guy who's supposed to go to Basin, who goes to Oy Miklat, he goes to Oy Miklat because there were Adam that saw that he killed him by accident. Now the three of us and God know that it wasn't an accident. God made it happen. So two things are, that was my pun. You killed two birds with one stone. It's a basic shot, that's the shot. As much as Rabbi's wax shot, it's unbelievable. I'll tell you his shot in a second.
What did that guy do to deserve to go to the Ari Mikla?
He killed somebody else by accident the first time, but there were no Adam. So how can he go to Oy Miklat?
Okay.
You hear what's going on?
You're saying a guy who killed by accident is the one? Okay, sorry.
That's okay. We'll do it again. We'll do it
What was Levi
again.
doing there, right?
We'll do it again. It's okay. We'll do it again.
No,
He was just there because Hashem sent him there, apparently. He was just taking a road trip.
A killed B.
he was the one who killed on purpose. He killed
Well,
on
no,
purpose.
it was an accident, but Hashem really sent him. The first guy was on purpose.
First guy was on purpose.
A killed B b'mezid.
On purpose, right?
Okay? Now, A should die.
Right.
How does A die?
Like,
Because they go to Gilad,
Right.
and A gets killed
Right.
by B. Because B killed C by accident. There were no Adam. So how can B go to Oy Miklat? B
Oh, got
goes to Gilad, B kills A by accident, he goes to Oy Miklat, and A is dead. Everybody's happy.
B was in front of witnesses, right?
The second time, not the first time.
No, that's right. I said
Right.
B.
Right, the second time. Very good. Very good. That's so you killed. That was my pun, Max. For the first time we got it. That you killed two birds with one ladder. The guy who's supposed to die dies. The guy who's supposed to kill by accident. So you go to Oy Miklat, goes to Oy Miklat. That's the first shot.
Very appropriate that you got that.
He's an old man now. He's done.
He'll kill again. Okay.
By accident.
Yeah. Very good. So we got that clear. I got that clear. That's Toys's shot. Very nice shot. Rabbi's watch says a beautiful shot. I'm telling you, I looked in the old school and he brings from the Goryeh. Max knows this already because we learned this. The Gemara is highlighting what causes the abundance of accidental deaths in Gilad. You know what causes that? The fact that there were a lot of murder in Gilad. Beautiful shot. We asked the Kasha, why does the Gemara say that there were so many Oy Mikla in Trans-Jordan? Because in Gilad there were a lot of Reitzchem. We're talking about Reitzchem. We're talking about B'shogeg, by accident. So the Bali Musar, Maral, apparently Rabbi's wife said this shot. It's a beautiful shot. The Gemara is showing us where does the abundance of accidental deaths come from. Accidental death comes from an abundance of murder. When a person sees an Avera being done, the whole concept of Avera becomes less important in your eyes. You become desensitized to the chashivas, to the importance of human life. They were great tzaddikim. I'm not talking about the Meshugayim that throw stones at the people who Mechal Shabbos. The Mechal Shabbos, stones on Muksa, whatever. Maybe they're Miyachad before Shabbos, whatever it is. The Mechal Shabbos, in order to pose the Mechal Shabbos, doesn't make any sense.
It's a heter.
So the tzaddikim, what would they do? They still do it nowadays. Oh, Shabbos. They don't yell at the people. They yell out for themselves. When you see an Avera being done so many times, it loses the cheshivas.
They want to stay focused.
Right.
They want to be
Very good, Shmuel. So by yelling Shabbos, it's for themselves. Why? Because they don't want to become desensitized.
It's for myself.
Right.
It's for myself. Don't worry.
Exactly.
They did that. That's right.
Yeah, they throw it back at themselves. They don't want to become desensitized to the cheshivas of Shabbos. That's what's going on over here. The Gemara is showing us why there's so many accidental deaths, and that comes from what? From the fact that in Gilad there are a lot of roitzim, there are a lot of murder. When you see so much murder, that desensitizes you to the importance of human life, and because human life is not so important in your eyes, you end up killing by accident. I just want to finish up for the YouTube viewers, the first shot we said from Tosfos, and then we'll go on to another thing. Tosfos' shot was that the reason why there's so many Mari Miklot in Trans-Jordan is because, not like this whole cheshbon we said now, that the abundance of murder in Yiddish, let's say shafs, makes the abundance of shogig, but the person who kills b'mezid, Reuben kills Shimon b'mezid, without Edom, you can't kill him, because there were no Edom. But he's supposed to die. So how does he die? Hashem orchestrates it that he goes to Gilad, and he gets killed by accident, because he's on the bottom of a ladder, and another guy who killed somebody else by accident, real accident, but there were no Edom, so that guy can't go to Ori Miklat, because there were no Edom. So that guy is on the top of the ladder. He falls down the ladder. He kills the other guy by accident. And what do you gain? You gain two things. The one who's supposed to die dies. And the one who's supposed to go to Ori Miklat goes to Ori Miklat because he kills by accident with Edom. That was the shot. And then we said the Jews shot found the Maral.